Hello, everybody. Phenomenal Sir coming at you with more Secret of Mana. Possibly the end of Secret of Mana for now, for Streamiversary 2026 at least. Shame on you, Calrea, because you're supposed to be driving. And also, do I see that you are a tier 3 sub? Did I? Oh no, that's me. I'm looking at my own thing. Never mind. I was like, what the actual shit? How are you tier 3 subscriber? Never mind. I got confused. I okay. It's like what? Anyway, as I said, we're gonna be possibly, maybe, probably beating Secret of Mana tonight, and that'll be the end of yet another game for Streamiversary 2026. I don't know when I'm gonna play this again. Square Enix has a big winter sale going on right now, and I don't know. Maybe now that I've played this one again for like, the first time in 5 years, I might actually go ahead and buy the remaster and see if it actually holds up. Some people have said that it's good. Others not so much. I would say if it's at least as good as the regular game, it would probably be worth the $15 or whatever that it is right now. Um, if only for achievements, because I like my achievements. But they got a ton of stuff on sale right now. Even more RPGs to burden me with. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Make sure that it actually... It actually works. Okay. So, as you can see, I've done some leveling. The bottom file there, level 46, is where I was when I made my duplicate file at the end of last stream. Where I was going to try to do the bonus orb glitch with the soft reset, but it didn't seem to work. I'd have to go in and make some changes to like the controls and stuff so that holding down those buttons doesn't switch windows, and I'm just not that into. But I did do some leveling. Damn it all! I will tell y'all, because I do hate grinding so very, very much. I spent roughly, so far in this playthrough, I have played the game for about I don't know, 13 to 15 hours. I probably spent 5 to 6 hours just grinding over the last week. So almost an additional 50% to the playtime on this file. Just getting up to not even max level, just a passable level, to be able to have a decent chance at survival moving forward. So, biggest negative with Secret of Mana is the mandatory grinding. Welcome in, Philip Schneider. Thank you for consulting your tomes and donating to the treasury. I thought that tonight was going to be your night and you were going to get the first treasury offering, offering to the temple, but unfortunately Calrea pulled over on the side of the road in nighttime traffic so that she could because that's just how she rolls. But you might have a good chance tomorrow. Because I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to try to get my stream all finished up before Snowmageddon 2026 strikes. And she's going to be getting her hair did a couple hours up the road. So there's a good chance that she might not get any redeems at all. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're all doing well. Y'all lurking. So last time we went to the Pure Land. We got stomped, and then we retreated in ignominious defeat. Ignominious? I don't know, it's not a word I use very often. So now we just gotta find the old Pure Land, which is somewhere around here. It's not too far from the sunken palace and all that stuff. Now I've become lost. I will say that the flying is fun, but it's also probably the worst overworld traversal I've ever seen in Earthly. Fuck is it? I literally flew right past it. Oh my god. Okay. There. North. There. All right. Here we go. So once we land, we'll check out the levels. Kill this guy. We can at least like walk around without dying instantly to a single enemy. That's nice. Yeah, fuck you. That was just live from when I was leveling earlier. So, levels. About that. Obviously, all the party members are level 62, so we've gone up 16 levels since the last time, with all of the concurrent stat increases that come with it. All of my weapons are leveled up at least to level 5. Some of these are only, the weapon is only upgraded to 6 because I haven't gotten all the orbs yet. But we did level up because I remembered Leggett was asking me if I was, a couple of streams ago, if I had been keeping up with leveling all the weapons, and I was like, that seems like an oddly specific thing to ask me. Why did he ask me that? And I looked, and apparently the conventional wisdom is that, if not in the remaster, at least in the original version of the game, when you're in the final battle, when you're using the mana sword, your overall weapon skill level totals affects the damage that you do with the mana sword. So I went through and I basically ran back and forth between Gaia's Navel and the Water Temple. I did like 6 laps back and forth, killing everything, and leveled up from 0 to 5 in glove, 0 to 6 in the axe, 0 to 5 in the frisbee, and then got like an extra level with the spear, an extra 2 levels with the whip. So I gained roughly 20 skill levels, and that should help. I also did a little bit of weapon leveling, not much with the girl and the sprite, but I did get the sprite up to level 7 with all of his magics. Go me. And I did get the girl up to level 7 with Gnome, Undine, Sylphid, Lumina, and Luna. She's halfway to level 6 with Dryad, and then she's level 5 with Salamander. I'm gonna get Dryad up to level 8, and then I'm gonna get the sprite up to level 8 and Dryad before we go to the Mana Fortress, but I'm probably not gonna go to level 8 for everything, because that would be every class of magic that you try to get from 7 to 8 is 50 casts. You have to cast a spell for that summon 50 times, and then to get to 899 it's another 99 casts. So we'd be looking at 149 spell casts times 7, which is like, I don't know, what is that, 900 and something, or 1,000 casts? Like, 7 times 150 is 1,050 minus, so 1,043 casts. I'm not doing that. Welcome in, Waffle. Thank you for the tome consultation. So we are at least leveled up enough that we can. Oh, and I also got the best equipment that money could buy from Neko. So we got full sets of vest guards, needle helms, and gauntlets from Neko. I was grinding these 3 griffin hands right here for the better part of 3 hours, and never once did any one of them drop a griffin helm, which would have been the best helmet for the boy. So yeah, it is what it is. Wow, just immediately. But we did get everything nice and leveled up, so we can at least be competitive in this area. Guys each have about 600 points. Those are... Oh, I need to up. I was wondering why the sprite and the girl weren't doing anything. I need to update their AI. Because I had essentially turned their AI off so I could just level the boy in his weapons. get wrecked. And I really don't have the path through this area memorized. I sort of remember it, kind of, but we may see some backtracking here, depending on what happens. Now those guys have a chance to drop a good ring. And I don't think I learned. I think I was reminded that when you use an analyzer on chests, it like turns off the traps for them or something. So you can't get hit with a trap if you use analyzer. Dragon ring. Very nice. First drop. Not the one I was hoping for. I was hoping for an imp ring, but dragon ring is good too. Can't remember if that's good for... Hey, Vidoof, how you doing? I did not play Paladin's Quest, but it's on my want to play list. How you doing, Vidoof? How you doing, Waffle? I can't remember. I know the Imp Ring prevents frosty and inflammation, conflagration, whatever they want to call it. I can't remember what the Dragon Ring does, but I know it's good for its defenses. Accessory. Let's see. I'm gonna have this open while we're here. So the Dragon Ring prevents moogling. Oh no, that's Watcher Ring. Oh, it's just, never mind. I lied. It's not. It's just 2 points higher defense. The Gauntlet's better because the Gauntlet gives you a +2 to your strength. Never mind. I got excited for nothing. This ring sucks. Saw the word dragon and just assumed it was good because Breath of Fire. Which, speaking of, I mentioned I have never played a Lufia game. I don't think I've ever even seen Lufia played. I know, other than I know that it's popular. There's like a dungeon in it that's popular with speedrunners. That's all I really know about it. That's a lie. I've seen people play it. I haven't like watched with rapt attention while people played though. But yeah, Paladin's Quest is on my list of stuff that I want to give a try to. Guess we're gonna go down here. But no, I was gonna say, speaking of Breath of Fire, I've looked back at my previous playthroughs of the game, and we're either right on target to beat the game in about 4 to 4.5 hours, or I've made a terrible miscalculation, and the final episode's going to be like 7 hours long, and I'm not sure which it is. So because there's bad weather coming in, and I always lose power whenever there's any kind of weather whatsoever, I'm going to move the weekend, and also because Calrea really likes Yoshi's Island, and she was bummed that she wasn't going to get to see me play Yoshi's Island tomorrow. I'm going to move Yoshi's Island tentatively to Monday, and we're going to play Breath of Fire tomorrow morning and just play it till it's beat. Did I do a big loop? I did a loop. I was just saying I knew where I was going. I'm a damn liar. Okay, we got some levels from it. I really feel like I was supposed to go left, so I'm going to go left again. And we're just going to see if there's maybe an alternate path that I missed before. Oh. Oh, you bastard. Got me. Right. There was nothing over here. No. Just dang cold. Yeah. Yeah, it's cold everywhere. Cold everywhere. And I saw something that said that they're tentatively calling for another bad winter storm next weekend as well. Um, which would be really bad because Calrea is going to Disney World. I'll just be here alone with the cats. Calrea is going to Disney World via airplane. So we'll see how that goes. All right. And she's never been on an airplane before. So it'll be her first time flying. Need to make her watch the Langoliers with me. Oh, there we go. Here's where we need to be. I think this is the snake. Yep, here's the snake. Alright. Okay. Come on out, buddy. Don't do that. Alright. So that did 509. Does this do? 498. He's gonna just keep running away. Okay, so I'll just do 2 hits. Not actually hurting the sprite, he's just knocking him down. There we go. That's 1 down. If not over leveled. Oh, I'm not over leveled. Trust me. I am under leveled. I am at the bare minimum that I can survive at. Why did I do that? I started to heal and was like, oh wait, no, we just got all of our HP back. I don't need to do that. And then I just panicked and pressed confirm anyway. Alright. So you need to heal MP. How's the game? The game's going well. We're in the final stretch, Philip. After this, really all that's left is the crying, right? It's just Mana Fortress after this. It's going to be interesting because we've got 2 dungeons left, but between those 2 dungeons, there's like 11 bosses that we have to fight in rapid sequence. Defeat the dragon to the left of the forest to pass this gate. Save your game? Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Snowy Forest, so this is Salamando. Okay. But I'm enjoying it enough that I think, and this is part of a larger internal, I don't want to say a conversation, but a larger monologue I need to have with myself about Streamaversary and the way I structure it in the future. I feel like my enjoyment of this game has suffered, and the overall experience of watching it has probably suffered because I hate grinding, but I also know that there's some people that like to just kind of like chillax and watch a game get played. And they, because I do remember we had an episode of Breath of Fire 3 where I spent 8 hours just going through the Desert of Death, getting all the items and leveling up. And You know, there was a lot of people in there for that I wouldn't have expected that to be a thing. Um, so not grinding at all, as much as I hate it, if I'm gonna do it off stream anyway, then I probably should just do it on stream and not worry so much about beating the game on a schedule, you know, saying like, oh, well, I gotta beat this by the end of the month so we can play the next thing. Because that was a trap I fell into a lot in my previous time streaming, was like trying to be a little too regimented with my scheduling. Every time my active character gets hit, use an item. That is technically an instruction. And I did say instruction and not ban. So every time my active character gets hit between now and 33 minutes on stream, I will use an item. No, I'm saying because what you said isn't technically a ban. You didn't ban me from doing anything. You gave me instructions, and I was like, well, technically, it says instruction and not banned from the temple. You didn't do anything wrong. Nothing changed. I was just reading it, and I was like, well, this is fair. No, you're fine. You're fine. You didn't ban anything. It didn't have to be a ban. It's still worth 500 points. Nothing has changed. Don't get upset. Yeah. Yeah, because then you could be like a wholesome person and just say have fun, and then if I get mad, you get an extra 500 points. But if I just like enjoy the game in a wholesome manner, then it's just okay, you did it. Yeah. Well, part of it is because I was just trying to get through all the stuff this month, you know? And that's not the right way to go about it normally with an RPG. It's just I'm like, well, I've played this game so many times before. I know I can beat it in 16 hours. And then I end up grinding off stream for 5 hours, and I'm just like, oh my god. So I've actually already been playing Secret of Mana for like 2.5 hours today before I even went live. So I'm already like in it. And like I said, that's just a matter of me not trying to um, have quite so much control over the content, right? Sometimes you can hit him, and then others. I guess it's just when he's casting, he becomes like vulnerable or something. Did I get hit? I got hit and didn't use an item. I caught myself though. I caught myself. Hang on. There you go. Yeah, it has to be an in-game thing. There you go, Philip. I did it. Has to be in-game. Uh-oh. Oh, well, you know what? Technically, it said you said active character and not any character, so I went above and beyond on that one. All right, so we got another cave. Is this the other axe beak? I think this is the other axe beak. Why? Okay. Because I've got wall going on my characters. So it bounced off onto them. There we go. Alright. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, no. Luffy's weapon skill up. It's the eggplant men that drop the imp ring that I was talking about before. I think. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Yep. Axe beak. I do not remember what this guy hates. So we're going to have to analyze him. Undine. Hell yeah. Okay. One, two, three. 2, 3. Normally you can't stack the spells too high, because if you do, it just caps at 999. But if you time it just right on certain bosses, I don't know if you can do it for everybody, but I know you can do it for some of them, at least, as evidenced by that. You can set it up so that they take the damage, but the paralysis doesn't end before the next spell starts, so you can kind of like let the damage hit and then go to the next one without ever hitting the cap, which is awesome. Eggplant man's confused, I'll say. The Sir reaches. I don't know that that's I don't know that that counts as an in-game action in the way you think it does. That sounds like something else. Beat the dragon to the left of the forest to pass this gate. In-game, yeah. But it's not within the meta of the game. Like, the character, when I rested an inn, the game is asking me if I want to... Ooh, messed up. The game is asking me if I want to save my game, but the innkeeper is not like, hey, Randy, as long as you're here, did you want to save your progress? Because he'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, it's... Oh, damn it. God damn it all. Okay. The weird space. I don't know. I assume Undine, right? This might reflect. Yeah. I have to use a. No, I'm good. Correct. Ah, one too many. Health is Nexus. How you doing, Health? Health is Nexus. We we have health. We have health keeping us on the straight and narrow. Alrighty. So how you looking? You are at exactly half mana. Okay. I think we got one boss left. No, we've got a Gygus and one more dragon after this. We've got Thunder Gygus and we've got the Storm Dragon. So what if he just lasered the shit out of this guy? There you go. And then he tried that again. Nice. Okay. Managed to sneak that sleep cloud in right before he got hit. Also, I don't know if you saw my comment to you, Waffle, when you were asking what game was I going to buy you for the Square Enix sale. I have no idea if Death Trap Dungeon is good or not. I just remember seeing that's one of like 3 really old janky looking games they have on the sale that are like 97 cents each. So please don't buy that game thinking it was a recommendation for me. I don't know anything about it other than it's dirt cheap right now. I think it's Death Trap Dungeon, Daikatana, and then there's some platformer game that are all like 97 cents US. Harry Potter test told me Gryffindor. Good lord, y'all are really getting into this. Let's see. I took a Harry Potter test when we were at the beach year before last. We all took one. Me and Calrea and our friend I guess I can use her real name because y'all will never see her, Roxanne, and then our friend our friend Mommy Dami who used to come in the streams occasionally. We all took them, and I got Hufflepuff, and I was like, I'm fine with that. And one of the people was like, "Why would you be Hufflepuff? You should not be Hufflepuff." And I was like, "Listen, don't assume my Hogwarts house, okay?" Like, and then they were like, "Well, to be honest, yeah, I guess that's fine. It's probably the most Hufflepuff answer you could have possibly given to that question." Come on, guys, just ignore it. Think she's Slytherin? Ah, I don't know that Calrea has the cutthroat drive to succeed that you would associate with Slytherin. I think she's more of a Ravenclaw. Our friend that questioned me being in Hufflepuff was a Slytherin, and I was like, well, leave it to the Slytherin to tell me that what house I should or shouldn't be in, right? Calories. I'm a little nervous because I've been told now 2 days in a row that there's an update for stream elements, and I remember watching other people struggle and spiritually die due to stream elements updates messing everything up in the past. So I've been not doing the update, but sooner or later I think I'm gonna have to. Oh, whoa, 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 what the hell? That was weird. I got like stuck walking forward there. Input got glitched or something. Why is it only the mushrooms are like the only enemy in this area that can still hurt me somehow? Everything else just bounces off of me, but the mushrooms knock the shit out of me every time. Pretty sure this guy is rock, but we'll check. Yeah, no. Okay. Got enough mana. I'm channeling all of my hatred from the battle against Santa Claus right now. Whoosh! So once they go off the screen, we got time to cast again. And then again. And then I probably overshot it by one once again. But we're gonna pop him. That might be it. No? He get healed. Did he steal my mana when I cast MP Absorb on him? He would. Jerk. He's got a lot of health, so he's probably still got a couple more casts in him, but we're doing good. Oh, never mind, I lied. I smacked him in the kneecap with my axe, and that killed him. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow morning. Me playing Breath of Fire. I can try to once I'm done. I don't know how well I'm gonna do because I'm not versed in that sort of. Are you doing OBS or are you doing Stream Elements? Like, because those are two different, or Streamlabs. Sorry, not Stream Elements. There's like Streamlabs and then there's Streamlabs OBS, right? And I think OBS is the one that requires you to have a little more knowledge of like how to actually do custom stuff and like you can do more with OBS, but it requires more work out of the box than normal Streamlabs. I just use Streamlabs desktop. I used to use Twitch Studios. I've spoken at length about how upset I am that they took away Twitch Studio because Twitch Studio had everything I wanted and nothing I didn't. And Twitch killed it because they said only 30% of streamers stick with Twitch Studios past the first year. It's like, okay, so I'm part of the 30%. Like, don't put me out here in the cold, y'all. These mushrooms are assholes. Only monster that can still hurt me. Goblin, bro, you just gotta go around the bush. It's okay. Don't be scared. Okay. $3,200. Here's no. Okay. That help me? Not as much as I'd like. It gives me 5 casts, though. Alright. Oh, well. I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know what's going on. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Get wrecked. Thank you so much for the lurk, Desolate Reality. Thank you so much for the Squirtle, Pet Gamer. How you doing? I'm hanging in there. Aw, yeah. Give me that sweet lurk from Desolate Reality. So how you doing, Tech? Have you set your world record yet? Are you the undisputed master of 0 missions? The fastest 0 mission speedrunner I've ever watched is Tech Gamer 36. That's an honest statement. The fastest I've ever watched. Continue on. Shall I save your game? I think I have over 1 million gold now, y'all. All right, I'm gonna shut up. We got good stuff happening. Where are we? Look. The mana tree. We're here. Let's revive the mana sword. Thank you, Calrea, for redeeming temple offering while you're driving up I-64 at night. It's like a dream. Can we really be here? Sir, we've done it. I'm so glad I met you. And you too, Goblin. I'm so lucky I found such good help. They're all hugging it out. Yeah! So much has happened. We never gave up hope. And we have just one more job to do. Ask the mana tree to revive the sword. Then we can beat the fortress. As they're hacking away at the side of the mana fortress like fucking Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Ha! Now see the power of the mana fortress. Shwa! Help! Hey! You guys okay? Help! Ravenclaw are the brainiacs, Philip, and Hufflepuff is like the catch-all. Sir, wake up. They're the chill house. Where are we? There's no mana tree. Like, according to the books, it was like when they set up all the houses, Godric Gryffindor only wanted really brave students, and Salazar Slytherin wanted cunning students, and Ravenclaw wanted the smartest students, and then the Hufflepuff guy was like, I'll teach anybody. Just give me everybody, I don't care. So, like, low-key, the best house is probably Hufflepuff. If only by virtue of the fact that their founder wasn't a stuck-up POS that only taught certain types of students. They made the education freely available to everyone. Good Liminal Faces quote. Where are we? There's no mana tree. What the? After all we've been through, it's Thanatos' doing. What's going to happen now? Yep, that too. The Sir, it is I. Fuck off, Dennis. The mana tree. Calrea, I just want you to know it's 15 minutes to 7 and your friggin' cat is begging for dinner like he didn't just get fed 90 minutes ago. It is I, the mana tree. The mana fortress is using up most of the world's mana. Soon all the beasts of will be transformed into one giant creature. Only the great mana beast can bring back mana, but the beast has little control over its rage. If it were to attack the fortress, the world would be finished. The only way to avoid this is to beat it. Shh. Go. Be gone. Using the mana sword. The sword can only be used by people of the tribe of Mana. Your father, the legendary knight, Saren, should be standing here now. He was badly wounded 15 years ago by the Emperor, but vowed to stop him. On his way to a final showdown, he fell and never got up. That was in Potos. You mean the ghost I saw by the falls was my dad? That was your father, Saren. I was his wife, and am your mother. Look at that face. We are of the Mana tribe. The women of our kind become the tree, and the protectors of the world. The men wield the sword and protect against evil. You must stop the fortress. Mana is weak, and its shields are down. With my last energy, I will summon the power of the seeds of... Sword power at maximum! Mum. Sir, I'm sorry. I haven't been much of a mother to you. Mother, is that really you? Please! Thank you for the sippies, Tech Gamer. That it? Mother? I was like, but why won't you talk to me? Your mama dead. Your mama turned into a tree and she died. Mother! Sir, my problem. This is nuts. Snap out of it. She asked us to do something. Luffy doesn't have a mother. I was just thinking, like, do any of them have moms? And neither do I. I think the dialogue is like having a seizure right now. It doesn't want to advance. Sorry. I'll be okay. I've got a lot to live up to, and we've got a big job ahead. Now you're talking, number one. Yeah, I feel like I just met my mom too. I know she's in my heart. All right, let's do it. Surrounded by cats, pretending they didn't already have dinner. I also kind of like the theory that the secret requirement to be in Gryffindor is you have to ask the hat to be in Gryffindor, because there's like an argument to be made that Harry probably should have been in Slytherin. The hat told him like, oh, you'd do really well in Slytherin. Hermione definitely should have been in Ravenclaw, 100% should have been in Ravenclaw, and Ron is himself. Like Ron could have passed for a Hufflepuff, but all three of them really wanted to be in Gryffindor for different reasons, and they all ended up there. Because Ron was like, man, if I don't, my whole family's been in Gryffindor. If I don't end up in Gryffindor, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And Hermione was like, oh, I did all my research, and I really think Gryffindor is the best house, so I hope I get that house. And then Harry Potter was just like, I just don't want to be in Slytherin, so he got stuck in the other house. I've never seen so many numbers in my money. Look at that. 1,180,000-something. But yeah, their head teacher is like the botanical teacher, and they're by the kitchen, so it would make sense that they got a grow operation. Alright, so we now have level 8 magic. We have level 8 swords. We've got energy orbs out the wazoo that we need to upgrade with. So now we get to grind. A little bit. Right. 1. So we missed a glove orb somewhere. Dragon Buster. We missed an axe orb somewhere. Doombow. Yeah, we're missing some orbs, y'all. I guess those ones are dropped in the Mana Fortress. And we can get to level 8 with all of our magic now. We've got, yeah, we're missing a grip, we're missing a glove orb, an axe orb. Just those two? Okay. Effective against dragons, effective against dragons, effective against dragons. Raises percent of critical hits. Poisons enemies. So I guess we're gonna do spear and javelin. Something. And then there we go. Yeah, Technically, we can just go straight to the final dungeon right now, but I need to do some just casting in place real quick, and I need to get to level 8 with Dryad's magic for both characters. So I'm gonna stand right here and listen to this terrible music and cast wall a million times. It'll be 50 plus 33 plus, I don't know. I'm gonna have to cast wall like 100 times. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. Because we need to be level 8 with Dryad for the final boss fight. Y'all get to see what I was doing for 4 freaking hours the other day. Alright, so 6. So at level 6, we get 3 per level up. So that's 30. So we have to cast it 84 more times. And every 50 MP is 8 casts. It's gonna be fun. It'll go by quick. Quick being like 20 minutes. So if y'all want to like go make a sandwich or, you know, go number 2 or whatever it is y'all do. I'm just going to be doing this, and then we're going to have the sprite's going to cast Sleep Flower, and that'll go a little faster because the sprite's already level 7. So the sprite just has to cast Sleep Flower 50 times, and he's good. But I had talked before about going to level 899, but I was just like, you know, I like sat down and I threw together a little Excel chart real quick to figure out like how many casts I would need, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, that's part of the reason I think I wanna take a stab at the Secret of Mana remake sometime later in the year. Is because if it's, you know, I like my achievements, and if it's got achievements, I'm sure it's got an achievement for hitting max level and everything. And that'll be like extra motivation for me to do that. Dennis, I'm gonna put you on camera if you keep pestering me. Y'all are gonna see this thick monstrosity that's over here begging. These cats are insane. They think that when the sun starts to come up, it's breakfast time. But also when we get out of bed, it's breakfast time. Even if we get up, feed them, and then go back to bed. And then when we get home from work, it's getting dark. And if it's getting dark, it's dinner time. But also, they definitely know when it's 7 o'clock, and 7 o'clock is dinner time. And they're trying real hard to get 4 meals a day right now. And it's losing the humor. Nice try, Philip. You've got 44 seconds until it's off cooldown, Philip. So you're really close. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. I want to see AK come in and steal it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! He did it! Alright. So we've used up all of our nuts. One. And we've got 85, so that's 42 casts right there without even doing any healing. Yeah. So honestly, we're gonna empty out our mana one time. That's the other problem, is that Dryad magic costs the weakest Dryad spell for the girl costs 6 mana, and for the sprite it's 2. And the sprite can regenerate his own mana with magic absorb. I think you can usually get 16 mana from these wolves. So if we just empty out the sprite's mana entirely one time, then magic absorb, and then empty it again, we should hit level 8 and just be done with the Dryad. So it's really just the girl that's a pain in the ass. I don't know if you guys saw, I had shared a couple of I shared like the sprite from the Mana Beast with my scheduling post on Discord, and then I shared some like fan art from the remake of the 3 characters facing off against the Mana Beast, but then I replaced it with the OG art from Nintendo Power. And back when this whole thing started at the start of the month, I remember talking about Nintendo Power's article for Secret of Mana being in the very first issue of Nintendo Power I ever read, and how much I loved that article. And then I proceeded to forget all about it until I put that art up today. So I think I'm gonna add a Secret of Mana entry to the games forum, and I'm probably gonna just like upload all the scans from that so y'all can look at it. And you should really check it out, because the artwork is just amazing, and the way it was written is really, really nice. Like, it's written like a journal being kept by the boy of his whole adventure. Like day 7, day 9, day 11, you know, like, so the game doesn't give away, it doesn't like tell you every little thing. It's really interesting the way they did it, because it's a walkthrough of the entire game. It's stretched across 3 episodes or issues of Nintendo Power. They're telling you everything from start to finish about the game. But they're also not saying, okay, be sure you do this. Now it's like the boy says like, oh, we decided to go to Gold City and they had some really good gear there, but we didn't have enough money to buy everything, so we flew back to the ice country and we fought monsters until we'd gathered enough gold to outfit ourselves with the best gear available. Like, stuff like that. You just don't see guides written that way anymore. There you go. Goblin's now level 8 in Dryad. Buy more knuts. I'm like thinking, man, I hate to waste money just buying walnuts over and over to do this. And then I'm like, oh yeah, you actually have 1,000,000 gold. It's okay. Nope, that's it. Thanks, brother. Where is she in terms of level anyway? 6 and 99. Okay. She's gonna get 13, 21, 8, 16, 24, 42. She's gonna get 45. So she's gonna get 45 casts of wall out of full mana and 4 walnuts, and still need 5 more casts after that. Or 6 more, I guess. And then we gotta kill however many enemies with the boy using the sword so we can get the sword to level 8. and then I'll switch back to the axe again. I don't really care if I hit level 8 with everything, but I do at least need the sword to be level 8. Okay. So now we can level. And the reason I do that is, and I'm sure somebody's going to be like, actually, you're wrong, sir. But I remember very specifically testing this when I was younger, or a previous playthrough of this. And you either get like a third or half, I think it's half XP for magic skill for the girl if you cast in town. So instead of getting, you know, 2 XP per cast, I'd get 1 because you're doing it right next to the inn. Or like if you were to just stand in the inn and cast over and over. So I usually will go in and I'll clear out the whole area of enemies, and then I'll do this. So it still counts as like an enemy area, but I don't have to worry about a monster running up and smacking me while I'm doing it. That's not fair. Why would you do that? Why are y'all actively trying to make me unhappy? Just remember, Philip said auto battle only in Breath of Fire, and I sat right there and let the boss kill me 3 consecutive times. And the whole time I reminded everyone that this was Philip Schneider's doing. Be sure to go to Philip Schneider's page, like and subscribe, let him know how you felt about watching the Sir get stomped by the same ghost 3 consecutive times, because he wasn't allowed to use healing spells. So what you're telling me is don't read chat once you get into Mana Fortress. Anything involving deleting your save file, killing your own characters, is off the table. I'm just telling you now. Delete your file if anybody takes damage from the Lich. I'd be like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. The council needs to be deciding what game they're going to make me play one episode of, if they get first place in their temple. Is what they need to be doing. Calrea's already told me what she wants me to play if she gets first place in her temple, because she's going to be out of town. Like I said, she's going to be out today, tomorrow. Hopefully she'll make it back before the weather, and then she's going to be gone next month as well. Oh, snap! No, I don't own those things, Waffle. Thank you for the bits, Philip. I really appreciate that. It won't be Chrono Trigger. It will not be Chrono Trigger. it would be one episode of Chrono Trigger, and I would make it to the fair, and I would leave my guy just standing there idle for 4 hours while I did a game dev stream on the side, and you guys could just listen to the fairground music. That would be your Chrono Trigger episode. No, I didn't have that either. I think y'all are assigning a level of spiciness to Calrea that is not accurate to her character with the stuff you're asking me right now. Yeah. Any of that stuff that I would have had at one point has been packed up in a box somewhere for like 10 years. Okay? I'm not saying I had any of those things, but if I did have them, they'd have been in a box in the attic for a while by now. So I have a question for you guys. So this animation where the girl like falls to the ground when she's casting spells, she falls down on her knees like that, but when you're looking up, it looks like she puts her hands up to her face, and I always thought she was crying for some reason. I couldn't figure out why she would cry when she's casting magic. Is it possible that she's praying? Like it's supposed to be like she's falling to her knees and doing like a prayer? Because she is kind of the cleric character. What do y'all think? Just don't know. Alright, Dryad's level 8. The boy's sword usage is 27. Yeah. Well, that's kind of that kind of makes sense too, Health. Like because she's not a sprite, so it just takes more out of her to cast magic. Like that makes sense to me. The Void. So what we did last month, and it's gonna change. It might change from month to month, but it's not gonna change this month because I'm happy with how it's going, and because Philip said I'm not allowed to change anything for a while. The top scorer on each temple gets to pick a game that I will play for one session. You can pick the day the following month. So like when I get to the end of the month, I'm gonna tally everything up. And the highest individual scorer for each team is the head priest. Which is why we've got Goblin and Floofy. Because Goblin was the head priest for Nexus. Floofy was the head priest for Void, so I put them in the game. But I also let them each pick a game I'm going to play for one session in February. So I'm going to do the same thing for the head priests in January, and then from then on, it'll just probably be like, you know, two of the one-off days for the following month will always be like head priest choice. Y'all might get other stuff as well, but I am going to definitely keep doing that because it doesn't really cost me anything to do that, and it's fun. But depending on the amount of points that people put in, because to say, oh, well, Philip got the most points with, you know, he got the most temple points. He spent 20,000 channel points, so he gets a free redeem that normally costs 5,000 points. Like, that would be kind of silly. So other stuff may pop up as well as additional freebies. But But those are a guaranteed, I think. But again, it's a one episode thing. So it's either one episode of something that's essentially endless, like an episode of Skyrim or something, or it's like a full playthrough of a game I can beat in a relatively short amount of time. Like, and there's a good number of retro titles that I can get through in a single session that I prior to going on hiatus, I used to regularly beat like once a month. I would play Crystalis, I'd play Simon's Quest, I'd play Rings of Power, I would play Super Metroid, different stuff. I do have a working Shadow of the Beast ROM, which is nice. And I don't appear to be able to mess with the frame rate on it, because I had thought to myself like, oh, I'm gonna play a Shadows of the Beast ROM, and I'm just gonna adjust the frame rate from 60 FPS to 50, and then it'll be playing like normally, but that didn't work with the emulator I used. So got Shadow of the Beast. Right. So I think if we do one lap all the way to Gaia's navel and back, and the boy kills everything along the way, we should hit level 8 with the sword on our way back, like halfway across on our way back. And it should only take about 10 minutes. And then we'll be level 8 with the sword, and we'll proceed to the Death Fortress. And then I'll use a different weapon while we're in the fortress, on the off chance I can snag another level up, but I kind of doubt I will, because that would be like 50 to 100 kills that I'd have to get. I think these are 1 per now. 38. 39, yeah. On some level, it's nice that it doesn't matter how strong the enemies are that you kill to level up your weapons and your spells. But on another level, it's just like, that just goes to show that it's a completely arbitrary system designed to extend the length of the game. It does make you stronger along the way, but it's designed to extend the length. We make them cast every single spell 1,000 times to reach max level. And every spell animation is approximately 4 seconds long. And that's 32,000 seconds that they spend watching spell animation. What's 32,000 divided by 60? Quick, somebody. Like 50 something. 533.33. Yeah, so if you figure that every single spell animation takes 4 seconds, and or we'll say the casting of a spell takes 4 seconds, and you have to cast every spell 1,043 times to hit max level, assuming that every single cast gains you XP, which means you never cap your level until you get to this point of the game. So really, you're going to cast more than that. That's 533 minutes. That's 9 hours of spellcasting animations. Just watching the spellcasting animations over the course of the game. Over the course of the entire playthrough, 9 hours of just watching Undine pop up, wave her stick, and ice falls. fucking crazy. Yeah, you're still in the lead. You're definitely still in the lead. But... can offer points for games. I got rid of the one to add to the want to play list. Because I've got like 230 games on that list now. But the 5,000 point one is just schedule a session of any game that's on my list. And the 20,000 is schedule a full playthrough. I have a list of suggested games for each. For the single episode ones, I probably would not mind playing anything on the want to play. Like, you could just pretty much pick freely off of the want to play list. And I can do an episode of it, but if it's like one episode of Paladin's Quest or Robotrek, you know, I might do an episode of it and then say, okay, we'll come back and play this at some point in the future. Like, I might not you might trick me into playing the whole thing if it's a really engaging game, and if it's not, then you might just watch 4 hours of an RPG that I don't play again for a year. You never know. But I don't know. I was telling Calrea, I said charging 1,000 channel points, which is essentially like, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours of semi-active viewing, for you to add a game to a list of stuff I'll maybe play one day, just kind of doesn't feel worth it. It's like, oh yeah, okay, spend 1,000 points to add it to the maybe list, and then you can spend 5,000 points to actually have me play it. Just spend the 5,000 in it, you know. I'm explaining Adventure Begins and the Adventure, or Complete an Adventure. I was explaining both of those. Philip. I posted, if you look in the, there you go. We are going to the final dungeon right now, Waffle. We are literally doing it now. We hit level 8 with the sword. That's all we were trying to do here. And now we're gonna go for it. You got 40 minutes? I don't think I'm beating the game in 40 minutes. I hope I'm not beating it in 40 minutes. It'll be a short episode. If I beat it in 40 minutes, I've got some hour-long games that I want to play as well, so. Alright guys, welcome to hell. Oh. Haha! Alright. Great. The girl is gonna cast wall before we even go in there. Oh, shit. I didn't turn their AI back on. Hang on a second. I was like, why are they attacking? What are they doing right now? There we go. Great. Frick. I heard a couple of redeems go off. I need to check. Hang. Hat on. Welcome in, Annie Shark. I actually got the good hat out of the. Where is it? Where did I put it? Ah. Welcome in, Annie. There you go. We got the jank hat today. We're heading in. We leveled up. I spent a lot of time off stream leveling. I'm not maxed in most things, but I'm competitive. I think I'll be a competitive player here. For Bruh. We need to, there we go, okay. We need to address this silliness. So what do we think the odds are that I'm gonna get a weapon orb just going through this level normally? Let's do it. Then maxing. Take jank at work now because of me? Good. Good. Hang on. Like shiny, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Right. So I'm gonna set a 20-minute timer on this. So if you live in an area where you're not forbidden from making bets, place your bets. Will Finn get a weapon orb? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my goodness! Oh. Okay, place your bets again for the next one. Will he get a second weapon orb? Oh my god! I don't think I've found a weapon orb in the Mana Fortress since I was in my 20s, y'all. We gotta go back, right? I mean, we can't not at this point. We gotta get the level 9 spear. Oh. Essentially, Philip, what just happened was I said, hey, everybody, make your bets on whether or not I'm going to get a shiny Pokemon between now and the end of the game. And then I pressed the B button and immediately got a shiny Pokemon. Like, that is... It's really, really, really rare to get a weapon orb from, like... The various enemies in the Mana Fortress, different enemies have a chance to drop different weapon orbs. So it's theoretically possible to get to level 9 with every weapon in the game except for the Mana Sword without doing any kind of cheating at all. But you have to get super lucky. And literally the first monster inside the castle dropped a weapon orb. And now the cats are fighting. 1 second. Hey! I'm sorry, y'all. Normally Calrea deals with that crap at night, but second bet is now. The second bet is now. as I walk away. Maybe I should reset it. What do y'all think? Should I reset the timer for when we get into the castle again? What kept you? Weapons powered up. Yeah, okay. Hello, Cleveland Tom. Holy cow. How you doing? Here. I can't end the prediction, so we'll just say will Phenomenal Sir get a second weapon orb. But that was wild. That was wild. Welcome in, Cleveland Tom. I'm having, you know, you're the only person I've ever heard call it a snow thrower. And I get what you're saying because it throws the snow and doesn't blow it, but at the same time, that's a completely unfamiliar phrase to me. Yeah, we're heading into the final dungeon of Secret of Mana, and as soon as we got in, I said, well, let's do a prediction. Will I get a free weapon orb? Will I get a bonus weapon orb? It's essentially Annie hit the nail on the head. They said essentially you're asking, are you gonna get a shiny Pokemon without actually like looking for one? And I said yes, that's what I'm asking. And then I killed the very first monster in the castle, and it dropped a weapon orb. Now everybody's poisoned, because of course they are. Oh my god. Doof, how are you gonna support the Temple of Void if you have no points? Doof is just like, this is who I am. Yeah, this is true. So for those of you who may be unfamiliar with predictions, which I know a couple of you are fairly new to Twitch. When you do a prediction, basically you bet channel points on an outcome of a question, and if you're right, essentially whichever side is correct, all of the channel points that both sides bet, oh my god, that both sides bet gets split evenly between the people who bet correctly. So if you say if there's 20,000 points bet for yes and 10,000 points bet for no, and I get one, then 30,000 channel points get split between or I guess the 10,000 that were lost get split between everybody that bet yes. Something like that. I don't know. Bidoof just bet 11,000 channel points, so if I get another weapon orb going through here, then y'all are gonna get a shitload of channel points. That's essentially where we're at. Now I'm kind of worried I'm gonna get another spear orb and I won't be able to do anything with it. I'll end up with a second of another weapon. Uh-oh. Good job, Calrea. She made it, y'all. In the woods. Messing me up because everybody's got green for their names. Oh, you just can't get more at all? Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna defer to Annie on that because I think they might be the expert in the ring. That would make sense. That would make sense that the game would do a check and say, okay, do you have, like, what level do you have? If you have it, then... Because otherwise, like, I do know if you glitch the game to get the mana sword, and then you use the mana magic on it, doesn't it, like, it doesn't make you level 10 with the sword, it gives you, like, a basic glove or something instead, so I guess having a weapon orb might do the same thing. Aw. I can't go through there. Come on. Jeez. Around here. So that was not correct. Having to switch constantly between the different weapons is a little irksome. No. Guys, just... I'm the right way? Oh, yeah. I think I'm going the right way. Pretty sure these guys drop something good. Alright, so we got that. I don't think you lose your points till the prediction's over, but dude. Are you spending money that you don't have? Absolute worst monster. You're like, nah. No, not at all. Let me get all the enemies off the field and cast wall on everybody. Okay, well, something up ahead has wall on it. Get him. Okay, the girl is playing like footsie with these guys. Needs to get up and stab them. Here we go. Test. This is Buffy. I don't know. The bat. After this, I know there's a slime. And there's a lich. And then there's the mana beast. I can't remember if there's another one, but I know there's at least 3 other bosses. Yeah. Eat shit. You'll miss it. Oh no, you'll know when we get to the final boss because the perspective is going to change and it's going to be horrifying. There we go. All right. Or fighting these guys when we were going through Jock's cave and I was all underleveled and I couldn't hurt any of them. Like they were taking like single-digit damage. All right, nope, you're going. We're going. They're starting to do fancy shit. Come on, come on. Uh-oh. Never seen that happen before. I don't normally have network connection issues like that. That's weird. I was having some issues before when I got home, just like with general internet slowness. So it could just be everybody's trying to get all their streaming in before the before the storm knocks off their power or something. I don't know. Back to the whip. I'm pretty sure these guys drop like the best armor in the game or something. Like there's something really good that they drop. So, I'm going to direct this to Philip because I saw Philip in Aeon Aegis' stream the other day, but really to anybody who follows Aeon Aegis. Are you planning to join in the Archipelago, like, multi-game thing for February? I'm still on the fence about it because the pre-made games are not... There's a couple games in there that I like, but there's a lot of stuff in there that I'm just like, that seems weird, like, why do they have Secret of Evermore and not Secret of Mana? You know, why do they have Pokemon Red and Blue but not Pokemon Yellow? Like, stuff like that. Obviously, they don't have Rings of Power, which would be ideal. And I'm still on the fence about it. Guys, just come on. Come on. Not only did we not get another weapon orb for the rest of that prediction, we didn't get a single chest for the rest of that prediction. There. Yeah. Oh, never mind. I jinxed it. Here we go, y'all. Amulet ring, nice. Amulet ring. 90 plus 95 prevents petrification. The gauntlet that they're wearing does plus strength and hit percentage. I don't know if we fight anything with petrification. Interesting. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought he was weak to light. What are you weak to? Oh, is it dark? Looks like he just tried to do Lucid Beam on me. A Dread Slime. Yeah, there you go. A tactical blunder. He's growing! Huh? I'm getting back a little more mana than I'm spending, but not much. Oh my god. Just getting bigger every time I pause. That should be it, maybe? Yeah. There we go. I didn't even look to see. Did we get a weapon orb from the last boss? Or are we actually just like short 2 weapon orbs? Did we just miss them? Or were they for these bosses? Can't imagine leaving to get leveled up. Yeah, I guess we just missed 2 orbs. I don't know how we did that. I thought we were being thorough, but yeah, because where we're at right now in terms of weapon orbs, we're at 7 for the gloves, 7 for the axe. I was really going out of my way to try to get them all, so. Temple offering from Waffle Dynasty. Thank you, Waffle. Those guys drop good gear. So. How are we looking on mana? Should probably do some drains. Pretty sure these guys drop good shit too. Oh. Wait. He did not. Please. There we go. Hey, Perth. How are you doing, friend? Hope you're doing phenomenal. Yeah. So what happened with that prediction? How do I check that? How do I, like, respond to that prediction? Okay, so you do outcome. Okay, so the bets are in, but we've still got a little ways to go, so you never know. So wildly inconsistent. Uh-oh. Ah, that was the Blaze Wolf or whatever. It's not going to be anything picking up. We'll try it. A bomb to the face, I'm sure. Chocolat! Yeah, Calran fed the cats before she left. Like, they got fed like an hour and a half early. Why they were pestering me at 7 o'clock, I have no idea. But then they all started chasing each other through the house a few minutes ago, and I only know where 2 of them are now, so God only knows what they've gotten into. Alright. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, ho, ho, ho. The dude's like, don't open those! Oh, vampire cape! Hell yeah! Vampire cape. That's a good one. Plus 242. Oh, it's only 2 points stronger. Damn it! Of the 3 drops in this area, that's the only one that doesn't have a stat boost. Getting messed up. I feel like these Dark Knights are lost. They're not supposed to be. That feels like they accidentally put in the wrong monster there, because the Dark Knights are like, I don't know, Dungeon 5 monsters. Those are the ones that I was commenting on how easy they were to kill when we went through the Shadow Temple, like, 9 hours ago in-game. Please die. Horse. Uh-oh. But I checked the trap. I checked the trap. Why would they do that to me? Wrecked. Oh. Doing it, Vidu. But chocolate won't fit. Get him off me. This guy with the poison needs to stop. The hell is he throwing? What was that? Get out of here. Out of here with that mess. Oh shit, we're at the best level. 69, baby. Here we go. Victory is assured. We can sneak kills on all of these with a single cast. Probably not, right? Yeah. Oh my god, he can fly. Nice. 30. I love to see it. Yep. Wolf Lord. I almost don't want to kill that one, because if I do, I know he'll drop a chest, and I'll always wonder what might have been. Get a load of this guy. This guy. Oh. Asta Ninja. Leave in Cleef. If anybody gets that joke and they can tell me in the next 15 seconds what I'm referencing, they get 100 temple points. Not gonna repeat myself. Everyone's like, what did he say? Wait. Desperately Googling. Oh, dang it, there was another. y'all take damage and die, please? Thank you. There we go. Nothing. Oh. Poor guy. Get absolutely annihilated. Okay. You'll give me a power suit, brother? Is that what they draw? Power suit? You're gonna give me a doom trap to the face. Power suit! Yes! Thank you! Getting pretty lucky on the drops. Really a whole lot to complain about here. Power Suit's only 5 points higher with defense, but it gives you +5 to your strength, which translates out to a lot of bonus damage. So for the sword right now, I'm at 135, and then equipping this puts me at, yeah, 135. Okay. Oh shit, I stepped on a thing. I didn't know I stepped on a thing. Okay. Diluc! For ages, I have been searching for a human with the power to conquer this world. I'm still trying to figure out, is Diluc actually a member of the Mana tribe as well? One born in the shadow of darkness and raised in the light of Mana. Diluc is the one. I feel like Diluc has a whole backstory that we never got to find out about. I cannot wait any longer. My body has grown weak. It is time. Using his body, I will take the Mana Fortress and rule the world. Diluc, resist him with all your might. I must hurry. His body is breaking up. Help me. Let me. Diluc, snap out of it. Where am I? How good this new body feels. I grow strong. Liar, you can't just steal someone's body. My dear, I can do anything I want. I should write the backstory. I don't know. I'm already writing a backstory of my own, so... Welcome in, Rose. How are you? I hope you're feeling better. Ha! Ha! Huh? Can't move! Luffy, can you hear me? It's me, Diluc. He's too strong. I'm finished, but I can help you. Thanatos is an ancient sorcerer, lore dump, who sold his heart to the underworld. Though his life force is eternal, he hasn't got his own body. His life force is growing darker. Feeds on hatred and destruction. Oh, silence! I'm so sorry I won't see you again, but I have to do this. You're the sir, right? Take care of Floofy. Diluc, stop it, please! Diluc, stop it! I forbid this! Just when I was to be reborn, I must withdraw! Give me your bodies! Yeah. I don't know that everybody's wall has worn off, though. Quick, drain all of the girl's mana fighting this boss immediately before the final boss, where the girl needs to have as much mana as possible. Oh. Her wall hasn't worn off. Oh, get away from the hands. Get away from the hands! What kind of damage do you do with Salamander seems to be good at just punching holes in stuff that's weak to light. Not so much this time. Come on, just die, man. You know it's over. You know you've lost. Don't make me... You really gonna make me do this? Pigmus Glare. Last one. Kill him now. Kill him now! Oh, kill him. Alright. It'll be a spooky final fight. Wow. I specifically told you to stay away from the hands. Thank you for the tome consultation. AK. Appreciate you. Thank you for the temple offering help. This is a butthole monster. It is a butthole monster. Alright. There you go. Ah, the hair! A single hair in my eye. How you doing, AK? Welcome in, buddy. Gonna be the one? Kill him. Damn, his damn AI is actually smart enough to bop the people that we need to not get bopped. Alright. Alright, I'm not even gonna risk using a mana at this point. Here we go, guys. Hey, look, Philip, a classic RPG from the 90s that takes you from one boss fight directly into a second one without letting you save between. The seal on Dryad's mana magic is gone. Oh! I don't want to say yes and then you mess me up, but yes, this is the final boss fight. Luffy. What the? Let's get out of here. Ooh, ah! What is it? Woo! I'm okay. Just dizzy. We have to get out of here now. Okay. So we're gonna do... And we're gonna do... I fail it. That's actually impossible to beat. You cannot beat the final boss without using magic. So I'm gonna say try again on with something that's possible. You've been led astray Waffle, you actually cannot kill this boss without mana magic. No magic spam? Okay, I can get behind no magic spam. But that's because it's not required. Like, the Mana Beast. Isn't it a Flammy? Guess Flammies were once Mana Beasts. Hurry, or the Mana Beast will ruin the world. I feel really bad for Waffle, because Waffle thought he had me, but... yeah, that's like, don't walk. I can't. I won't hurt a Mana Beast. I can't. They're only trying to restore mana. And... Goblin, if you use up all your mana power, you'll disappear. Oh no! Right, I can't go through with this. Goblin. What do you mean? I'm not gonna kick the bucket. My world is separate from this one. It just means I won't see you again. It's okay. Wait, but something okay. If we don't stop the Mana Beast, your world is finished, right? Everything will perish. Trees, animals, people. That must not happen. You have the Mana Sword. You must save this world. You have no choice. You made a vow to your mother, the Mana Tree, right? I'll be okay. Right. You're sure? Of course. Later, Floofy. Deuces. Take the sword. We'll cast mana magic. Then, Mana Sword will appear. Did it? Aw, shit, y'all. About to get as real as it ever got in the 90s. Spiral Flare! Oh no, the magic faded! No! Blocked. Yep. And there goes. Nope, I kept the charge. Hell yeah. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go now. Here we go now. Have one of these! Yeah, they tell you to charge to 8, but I don't know. It feels safer to just charge to 1 and then pop him. Doesn't it? Like, just charge to level 1 and then charge to level 1, hit him, and then repeat. Blocked. What must it be like to be so weak, Mr. Mana Beast? Oh, well, I just healed him. God damn it. Of course, the girls still got it going. Waffle, you gotta pick another. I don't think Waffle's picking another band. I think Waffle's mad. Waffle's like, damn it. Oh, that's not good. Can I just hit him normally? Oh my god. Okay. I'm not even gonna do a charge attack. Okay. And then have them re-up mana magic on me. Oh my god, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! Woo! Oh my god! Oh, did you? Oh, I didn't see that. I'm sorry, Waffle. I failed it. I failed it. Extra 500 points to Void. It's because it's just an ocean of red, and I didn't see that one. I'm sorry. That's on me. I literally read the one directly below it. No, it's not your fault. I read the one, and I don't really need to heal. Like, I healed a minute ago specifically to make myself, like, damage immune for that one attack from Dude Man. Like, I didn't have to heal. Like, if you're a high enough level and you keep your buffs up, you don't actually have to worry about healing for this fight. Because you just defender everybody to block his charges, and you lucid barrier to block his spiral flare. Like, it's honestly not a hard boss fight. It's just because I mean, there you go, it's over. Like, it's not a hard boss fight, but if you were to say no magic at all, it makes it impossible because you can't really hurt him without the mana sword. We did it. There it is, y'all. Goblin! Oh my god. Epic Game Store. F off. He's gone. I didn't even say goodbye. Yeah, he specifically said goodbye to you and you didn't respond. Goblin. Look at the twin moons up there in the distance. Goblin, I'll never forget you. Just a little tiny bit of, like, alienness to the world added right there at the end. 2 moons. Me too. Diluck too. But we must be strong. So does this mean that the girl and like that the girl and the boy are gonna hook up? The Mana Beast is turning into snow. Like, is she gonna become the new Mana Tree because she's like the only? She's not a human because she's got elf ears, but like she's the only person left with access to mana magic, right? So like she's got to become the Mana Tree, and he's got to be the Mana Knight. It's okay. Church is hard. I get it. Hiromi Tanaka. I had a harder time fighting Griffin hands before I grinded out those levels. Like, at the end of last stream, those Griffin hands were a harder fight than the Mana Beast was in this episode. Game design in chief, animation and monster design for each. Aw shit, Team Rocket's at it again. Game designer. Wonder what kind of moon we're gonna get. I don't know if it's fully understood how. I mean, I'm sure somebody probably knows, but I know that like in the final shot of the game, the moon can be different. Like there's like different phases the moon can be in, and it's related to the game's data in some way, but I don't really know how. Wonder what kind of moon we'll get. There's Santa Claus, bastard programmer. Really like this. I really like this font they used for the credits. Secret of Evermore now? I don't know. Thank you, Annie. Better than marrying a rabbi. Say that. Thank you, Annie Shark, for the GP. I did add Secret of Evermore to my want to play list because I thought it was on there and it wasn't, but I added it. And then I was looking at it today, and then of course I started getting hit with like random unsolicited gaming news talking about Secret of Evermore as poor man's Secret of Mana, and I was like, damn it. Okay. I remember being a kid and I thought Secret of Evermore was the sequel to Secret of Mana. And then I found out somehow from like a Nintendo Power or something that they were unrelated, that the names were just similar. Like, oh, okay. I never played it. But yeah, Secret of Evermore, I think that's like number 231 on my list of games I'll want to play one day. I don't know. I thought it wasn't. I'm probably wrong. I say a whole lot of stuff. Just, you know, law of averages, some of it's got to be incorrect. I thought they were unrelated. I mean, there's a whole series of games in the Mana universe, right? I mean, like, there is a sequel to Secret of Mana. It's called Seiken Densetsu 3, Trials of Mana. Like... And then they've got Legend of Mana, Sword. There's actually a lot of the Mana games are on sale right now, too, as part of the Square Enix sale. They've got the Secret of Mana remake. They've got Trials of Mana. They've got Legend of Mana. Sword of Mana, I think, is on there, maybe? Sword of Mana was the Game Boy Advance one. I don't know if that one's on there. Ted Woolsey, there's our boy. Ted Woolsey did all the English translations for RPGs in the 90s. We're going to see his name tomorrow on Breath of Fire as well. Thank you for the temple offering, Philip. Back, bitches! Arl Holzboom. The end. Look at that. There's our boy, Goblin. Full moon, baby. Either a full moon or no moon. I don't know. One or the other. The end. Secret of Mana. There are many things to hate about this game, but there are so many more things to love. Still holds up 30 years later. Almost 35 years later. Oh, good stuff. Good times. A great game. I love it. Hang on a second. I want to save this screen real quick. Save as PNG. Of Nana and all right. Get a screenshot of that. That was fine. I just did like a screen capture, and I'll just do like the shift print screen button, and then I do it in Paint real quick and just save it for later. All right. I don't think we can. Well, I guess we could hit the reset button, but I think we're just here. I just had a great idea for a BRB screen. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save a state here, and I'm gonna go back later, and I'm gonna do like a 60-second recording of this end screen with the music playing, and then I can just put a black square over this down here to cover up the end, and I could have it say like BRB, and it'll be a gorgeous, gorgeous BRB screen. You avoided stuff because of spoilers. Have you not played this before, Philip? But yeah, good stuff. And it's only 8:30. I've got some other stuff that I like, little shorter stuff that I could play. It's nothing like this. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close this. Oh well, doesn't sell it very well. Yeah, okay, okay, sure. It's good, but it's no game that's based on all the content they cut from it. Anyway. So I got my hat on, I got my hair down. It's only 8:30. I've got some stuff. My hat is like sitting weird on my head. Um, I got some stuff I want to play. Some stuff that only takes like an hour. It's nothing like this. So I think what I want to do is I'm gonna do a I'm gonna take like a, I don't know, 3 to 5 minute break real quick. I'm gonna get refill my drink, and then we're gonna switch into the starting soon screen, and I'm gonna come back like we're just starting a new, and we're gonna play something new. But before that, I need to actually figure out what we're gonna play. So give me, that's what the 3 to 5 minutes is for. um. So yeah, give me a few minutes. Fun is just getting started, and play golf around if anybody wants to play golf around. Impromptu golf stream. Uh, y'all think? Fantasy Star 4, Landstalker. I have Landstalker actually. I can play Shadow of the Beast. I'll play Shadow of the Beast. That's a fun one. Yeah, so let's break, and then we'll come back and we'll do some janky Shadow of the Beast so you guys can see what we're always talking about. And that'll be a good way to make myself unhappy right before the end of the week. You said Landstalker, and I think I think I have Landstalker, but I have no clue how to play it. I'd have to like look at it first. So anyway, I am gonna be right back, y'all. So don't go anywhere. And yeah.